Streams of light filter in from the curtains, rousing me to sleep, or rousing me out of sleep that I want to last forever. Ugh. I have half a mind to just turn over and wrap myself tighter in my blanket, but I guess I have enough to worry about right now, without adding being late to school on top of everything else. Let's tackle the day, I guess. I roll out from under the covers and crash to the floor with the grace of a sloth. Ow. Top of everything else still aching from yesterday, my head thumps once more, right on schedule. I really wish it would cut me a break. Just this one time. Starting from a crawl along the floor and gradually pulling myself up into a walk, as if I was evolving in real time, I tugged the curtains open. Huh? I looked down to the garden to find it completely empty. Not a trace of a fire, the tent, or the girls. Maybe I was really dreaming last night? Or maybe I really was dreaming last night. I mean, I couldn't really be as stupid as to camp in plain sight like that. The fire alone would be enough for the police to be brought down. That's one less thing for me to be stressed about, at least. Thank God. Right. I better not waste any more time. I'm gonna miss my chance to have a proper breakfast like yesterday. Pawing at the dust around my eyes. Oh, the eye crust things. I start for the bathroom. A nice hot shower should do me wonders. And they're gonna be in there, because that's just how it works, right? I pull open the door in the bathroom and... Called it. What? The bathroom is occupied. Sorry, my bad. I slammed the door back shut, my heart an erratic mess. That was a close one. Wait a second. Something isn't adding up here. I swing open the door again and sight taking away my breath. Yeah, let me read that again. I swing open the door again, the sight taking my breath once more, even though I already knew what to expect. I knew it. It was Ikari. And, rather undressed Ikari at that. She caught like a deer frozen in headlights, her entire body tensing up in a near statuesque pose. She's down to her rather extravagant underwear, if you don't count the stockings she was in the process of taking off. Huh? Matches everything. Huh? They match and everything. With how she's bent forward like this, my eyes can't help but gravitate to her rather ample... Kenta! Huh? I snapped out of whatever daze I might have been in by her shrill tone. What was I doing again? Wait. Wait. Should I be asking you what you're doing in my house? Her face is beet red. She's practically trembling with anger, though still frozen in place. But how am I the one at fault here? Hey now, don't get mad at me. I don't remember ever giving you guys permission to freely use my house. Especially not the shower. Not until you... Okay, but can you just, Her eyes give off a dangerous glow, the room rumbling ever so slightly with a frightening power. I guess this can wait until afterwards. If I want to keep my house intact at least. Okay. My bad. Really. Flashing an apologetic smile and laughing nervously, I bring the door to a close once more. As demonstrated last night, sometimes retreating is the best course of action. Well, after that little, situation, I find myself downstairs, both of the girls present. Sayaka has the same cheerful grin as ever, while Ikari looks like she wants to grab the nearest sharp object she can find and gut me with it. Again, that wasn't my fault. How was I supposed to know? So, do you guys want to explain yourselves? She tilts her head, giving me a confused look. Oh, come on. How can I be the only one to find something strange with this? Well, I mean, what are you guys doing in my house? Using my things. So you pretty much just broke into my house. You did what? I quickly throw a glance about, looking for any windows in sight. No trace of a break-in, at least. Jeez. What do they do? Throw a brick through one? I thought people who knew magic would be more subtle. She tries her best to reassure me with her limitless optimism, her hands on her hips with a blinding smile. I can't say I mirror her enthusiasm though. I bring a palm to my forehead, a headache beginning to set in. For once, I know the cause of this one. Is this really necessary? Can't you guys just, like, magic yourselves clean or whatever? I get cold stares from both of them. I said the wrong thing again, didn't I? Ikari finally speaks up again, having got over her mini sulk. Fair point. What I'm getting out of this is... So what you're saying is... You could magic yourselves clean. Her eyes narrow. She takes a deep breath, her cheeks puffing out dangerously. Why do I suddenly fear for my ears? She sighs instead, the air escaping her in one long, drawn-out breath of defeat. My eardrums are safe for another day. Phew. I catch a glance at the clock on the wall. All this drama has really eaten into my free time before school. If I don't start breakfast now, there will be no way I'll make it in time. You guys do whatever then. I'm gonna make some food. I start for the kitchen, but Sayaka cuts me off, sliding in front of me, her eyes almost sparkling as she leans forward. She pulls Ikari in by the arm. She tightens her grip on Ikari's arm, a deadly edge behind her otherwise cheerful words. Letting them cook. I'm not so sure. What's the worst that could happen? I don't see the harm in it, I suppose. She seems to mean well, and it would be nice to take it easy after all this stress. Sure. Go for it. Sayaka beams, making me feel confident in my choice. I think.
ぐにびっくりさせてあげる。
With that, she spins on her heel and waltzes into the kitchen, dragging along with her a very reluctant Ikari. I take a seat in the connected dining room and ease myself into a chair. This will be fine, right? Starts off well enough anyway. I hear plates and utensils clatter about, with cupboard doors battering along.
あなた自分で何を作ってるか分かってるの？細かいことは気にしなくていいって。とりあえずこれを入れてと。
I'll pretend I didn't hear that. The frantic chopping of vegetables sound out from behind me, mixed with Ikari's panicked yelps.
ちゃんと見ながら切りなさい。私の首を切るつもりなの？平気平気。それ入れても大丈夫なものなの？もちろん。私を信用してよ。なんか緑になってない？うん。それを乗せちゃうの？
I hear the utensils, or the unsettling whoosh of flames. Just how high are they putting it on?
これ何に見える？わからないわ。まあとにかく完成っと。
Things go silent in the kitchen. I can't tell if that's good or bad. Too scared to look.
本当にこれでいいの？ええ、これでいいはず。
Something explodes in the kitchen. Thick plumes of acrid smoke. I don't know what that is. Acrid smoke waft into the dining space.
急いで取って広がっちゃう。どうやって？知らないわよ。とりあえずこれで。
Vroom! The roar of flames. I can see the flickering of amber in my peripheral vision.
ダメ、悪化してる。これはどう？多分これなら大丈夫。もう魔法はなしだからね。でもこれなら魔法はなし。他にどうしたらいいかわからない。もっと飛び散ったわ。
I hear water splash. A good deal of it. Like an entire bucket's worth of the stuff.
終わったの？それにご飯も完成。それはどうかしら。ご飯はできたの。
Apparently done cooking, the pair enter the dining space. Sayaka has a plate in hand and a good amount of steam, or maybe smoke, drifting from it.
お腹ペコペコだよね、ケンタ。いっぱい作ったよ。
She puts a plate before me, a sincere smile on her face. I guess she really gave it her all. But this can't be called food. Oh. It's charred, burnt, crisp remains of what might have been food at some point sit on the plate. It feels like it might be hazardous to even breathe in this stuff. I can see Ikari lurking further back, clearly ashamed of whatever substance they had created. I guess this is my fault for letting them anywhere near the kitchen. I should take responsibility and eat it. I have no choice, do I? I don't want to make her feel bad after she worked so hard to create whatever this is. Here it goes then. I give the substance a poke. It crumbles into a fine powder at the slightest touch. Okay. I'm sure even though it looks absolutely terrifying, it can't be that bad. Maybe there's something good under these layers of burnt stuff. I scoop as much as I can that doesn't crumble away from my hold and force it into my mouth despite all instincts screaming at me not to. It's It's...
どう？
Sayaka leans in expectantly as I swallow it down. I think it must be what charcoal tastes like. I fight back the urge to choke and give her a smile and a nod. Mmm. Oh god. What have I done? I still have an entire plate of this stuff left. These girls are clearly real danger to my health and well-being right now. It's funny, man. Breakfast soon comes to a close with perhaps a more lively start to the morning than I'm generally used to. As much of a headache as they can be, it's actually sort of nice to not completely... wow, that sounds... It was actually sort of nice to not be completely alone in the morning. I wasn't about to tell them that, though, or I'd only encourage their almost criminal behavior in just waltzing into my house like that. I head out for school, my 2 bodyguards naturally at my side. I'm almost sort of getting used to this. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. The journey to school goes by peacefully, not a monster in sight. Though, I can't help but shake the feeling that something is watching me. Maybe I'm just getting a little paranoid after, you know, 2 attempts on my life have been made already. I'm sure it's all in my head. I arrive at school with time to spare. Huh. That's a first. Sayaka and Ikari keep close to my side. So very close. I practically feel the stares of my classmates, their looks ranging from resentful to jealous. I can't imagine what they must think of this whole situation. Hey, look, guys. Do you really have to stay so close to me? I appreciate what you're doing and all, but I think I'll be fine in school. As long as you're at least close by, I should be fine, right? And I think it'd be hard for a monster to get this close to me in class without at least having caused some sort of commotion beforehand. Ikari falls silent. She narrows her eyes into a glare and folds her arms together, tossing her head to the side. She storms over to her desk and drops into the chair. Oh, my. Sitting too long. Her eyes straight forward, leaving me and Sayaka together. Did I upset her? I almost read her line. Well, she realizes how scary that sounded, coupled with her usual grin. Thank you. I let out a sigh. They're finally starting to listen to reason, if only a little. The bell sounds signifying the start of class. I pass by a disgruntled Ikari on the way to my own desk. She doesn't even look my way. Harsh. The morning classes pass by in the blink of an eye, the lunch break soon arriving. I stand up and let out a yawn, only to find I'm not alone. Come on, guys. We talked about this. As if the conversation this morning had never happened, I find both my guardians standing around me, oblivious to my irritation. I'm going to get lunch on my own. Or I'm going to get my own lunch. You guys don't need to be glued to my side. Go do your own things or whatever. I don't know. Something. Anything. I feel like you two have been pretty much attached to me since I first met you. Yes. Let me try it again. I don't know. Something. Anything. I feel like you two have been pretty much attached to me since I first met you yesterday. Some breathing room would be nice. I really am grateful that they're here. Otherwise, I might have met a grisly end yesterday. This is borderline stalking. I'm not even going to bring up how they camped outside and then proceeded to break into my house. She's never been to school? So where do these two come from? The more I talk to her, the more she makes herself sound like an alien. And like that, she marches off, humming a happy tune. Ikari follows in her wake, but not before giving me one last icy look. I can almost feel my shoulders begin to frost for her. Well, I did it. I somehow convinced them to give me some peace. For the time being, anyway. But now what? First and foremost, I should probably try not to forget about lunch again. Otherwise, I might just keel over and have finished the job for whatever dark forces are lurking out there. I head to the cafeteria.